A lot of foreign men ask the same question when they start dating in the Philippines, and the question sounds simple until it isn't. City girl or province girl? Which one makes the better partner? Which one is more loyal, more serious, more traditional, more loving, more worth building a future with? And that right there is usually the first mistake. Because the moment a man starts asking that question, like he's shopping for a product category, he's already missing the real point. This is not like choosing between two phone plans. This is about personality, lifestyle, values, expectations, and the kind of marriage or relationship a man actually wants when the butterflies wear off and real life starts showing up every day. A lot of men want an easy answer. They want someone to say, province girls are better, or city girls are smarter, or one side is more wife material and the other side is more trouble. But real life doesn't work like that. There are warm women in the city and cold women in the province. There are loyal women in the province and loyal women in Manila. There are career women who still know how to love deeply. And there are simple girls from small towns who can still bring a lot of drama into a man's life. So no, this is not about which group is magically better. It's about which one fits you. That's the conversation men should be having with themselves, and a lot of them don't. They come to the Philippines chasing an idea instead of looking honestly at their own habits, their own emotional needs, and the life they actually want to wake up to every morning. A city Filipina usually comes with a very different rhythm of life. She may be working long hours, commuting through traffic, juggling office politics, helping family, managing her own schedule, and trying to hold her life together in a fast moving environment. She may be educated, polished, fluent in English, more comfortable around foreigners, and more familiar with modern dating culture. She may know how to carry herself in a way that feels confident, sharp, and self contained. For a lot of foreign men, that is attractive immediately. She's easier to talk to, easier to joke with, easier to connect with on certain topics. The first conversations may feel smoother, the dates may feel more familiar, the gap between cultures may feel smaller. That can be a real advantage. A city woman often understands independence better. She may not be shocked by your need for space. She may not expect to spend every waking hour beside you. She may have her own life, her own money, her own ambitions, and her own plans. If a man likes a relationship where both people are strong, capable, and somewhat self directed, then a city Filipina may feel like the better fit. Some men do not want a woman depending on them for every emotional or financial step. Some men like a woman who can handle herself, manage herself, and meet them in the middle with maturity and balance. But this is also where men start romanticizing the wrong things. A city woman's independence can feel exciting when a man is imagining chemistry. It can feel less exciting when he realizes she is actually busy. Really busy. She may not be available every minute. She may not want to text all day. She may not have endless time for emotional hand-holding. She may not be interested in dropping everything just because a foreign man is in town for 2 weeks and wants the world to stop spinning around his vacation schedule. That's where some men get disappointed. They say they want an independent woman until independence starts looking like boundaries, priorities, and a life that does not revolve around them. A city Filipina may absolutely care about you and still not have the time or desire to build her whole day around your need for attention. She may want romance, but not at the cost of everything she has already built. She may want love, but not the kind that asks her to become smaller just to make a man feel bigger. And then there is money. A lot of city women are used to city living. That means restaurants, coffee shops, malls, better condos, more polished environments, more expensive routines, and usually a higher standard of comfort. This doesn't automatically mean she is materialistic. It means she is used to a certain pace and style of life. If a man is secretly hoping to find a woman who will be thrilled to disappear into some quiet little rural setup and live on very little with no adjustment period, a city woman may not be the one. Not because she's wrong, because she may simply want a different life than the one he is picturing. Now compare that to a province Filipina, and the energy can feel very different from the start. A lot of province women are raised in a slower, more family centered environment. Life may be simpler, the family is usually closer, daily routines may be more practical and less individualistic. A woman from the province may grow up helping with younger siblings, cooking, cleaning, family errands, small responsibilities, and the kind of everyday contribution that teaches her early how to live as part of a unit, not just as a separate person chasing her own path. That creates a different type of woman. A lot of foreign men are drawn to province girls because they often feel softer, more traditional, more home oriented, and more relationship first. They can come across as more affectionate, more attentive, more available, and less emotionally divided between 100 outside priorities. If a man wants a partner who values home life, who likes closeness, who wants to pour energy into the relationship and family, then a province woman may feel much more natural to him. And let's be honest, this is where many foreign men start saying the magic words they always say. She feels different. What they usually mean is that she feels warmer, less guarded, less rushed, less shaped by modern dating habits that made them feel exhausted back home. But again, the fantasy can get ahead of reality if a man isn't careful. A province Filipina may be loving, but she may also be more dependent emotionally, more attached, more family bound, more traditional in ways that sound wonderful in a video and feel heavier in real life. She may expect more togetherness, more presence, more reassurance, more involvement. A man who talks big about wanting a family centered woman may suddenly find himself overwhelmed when he realizes that family centered means family is really in the picture, not just as a cute concept. That includes siblings, parents, relatives, family obligations, family emergencies, family expectations. A province woman may not see relationships as two isolated people building their own little bubble. She may see a relationship as something much bigger and more connected than that. If a man is not ready for that, he can get frustrated quickly. Language can also be a factor. A city Filipina often has an easier time navigating English heavy conversation, Western humor, and more abstract topics. A province woman may be more shy, more literal, or less fluid in English, especially at first. That doesn't mean she is less intelligent. It means the communication may take more patience. A man who needs non-stop verbal chemistry, deep long conversations, and a partner who can jump naturally into his world may feel more instantly satisfied with a city woman. A man who values warmth, care, and presence over polished conversation may not mind the slower adjustment with a province woman at all. This is why the real question is never which one is better. The real question is what kind of woman are you actually equipped for? A lot of men say they want peace, but what they really want is convenience. Those are not the same thing. A city woman may be more convenient in the beginning because she feels easier to understand. A province woman may feel more peaceful later because her values line up better with the kind of home a man wants. Or the exact opposite may happen. A city woman may bring balance, maturity, and emotional steadiness that fits a man beautifully. A province woman may bring clinginess, dependency, or family pressure he cannot handle at all. There is no universal answer. Some men need a woman with her own career, her own identity, her own full life. Those men often do better with city women because they do not need constant togetherness to feel loved. They actually prefer some space. They like a woman who understands ambition, who can handle herself in modern life, who does not expect him to be her entire world. Other men are tired of exactly that energy. They don't want another hyper independent relationship where both people are always busy, always tired, always negotiating time, and always halfway distracted by work. They want a woman who actually wants the relationship to be central. They want a woman who puts more emotional weight on home, family, and partnership. For those men, a province Filipina may feel like the better match. But let's go one layer deeper, because this is where men either choose wisely or make a huge mistake. A lot of foreign men are not choosing between a city woman and a province woman. They are choosing between a fantasy and reality. They imagine the city woman will be glamorous, polished, easy to talk to, and still magically available for the traditional life they want. Or they imagine the province woman will be sweet, loyal, simple, and endlessly grateful without any emotional complications, family obligations, or adjustment challenges. In both cases, they are not choosing a real woman, they are choosing a story. That is why some relationships fall apart before they even really begin. The man is dating an idea, not the person in front of him. So, what should a smart man actually ask himself? First, how much togetherness does he really want? Not what sounds romantic. What does he really want? Does he love constant closeness? Or does he start feeling crowded when someone wants to be around him most of the time? Because if he needs a lot of freedom and alone time, a highly attached province woman may feel wonderful for 3 months and overwhelming after that. Second, how important is education and communication style? Can he be patient if the woman is less polished in English? Can he appreciate different strengths? Or does he need verbal and intellectual chemistry at a high level to feel connected? Third, what kind of lifestyle does he actually plan to live? If he wants city comforts, modern routines, nicer restaurants, and a polished social environment, then pushing a city woman into a simpler life she never wanted is a bad idea. If he wants slow living, home life, and a more traditional setup, then dating only in fast city circles may leave him wondering why everything feels emotionally thin. Fourth, how much family integration is he prepared for? Because province life often means family is not in the background. Family is right there. A city woman may still be family oriented, of course, but often with a little more distance or structure around it. A province woman may experience family as daily life. And finally, what kind of woman actually makes him feel calm? That question matters more than men think. Not turned on, not flattered, calm. A lot of men make decisions based on attraction, novelty, or ego. The city woman makes him feel impressive. The province woman makes him feel needed. Neither one of those feelings is enough by itself. What matters over time is who makes life feel clearer, steadier, and more livable. Because when the dating excitement wears off, what's left? That is the real test. If a man chooses a city woman, he should not punish her later for being the exact kind of woman he chose. He cannot admire her independence, then resent her schedule. He cannot love that she is educated and polished, then get bitter when she has strong preferences and a life of her own. And if he chooses a province woman, he should not romanticize her warmth and then complain when that warmth comes with closeness, family ties, and expectations of deeper involvement. He cannot ask for a traditional woman and then act shocked when she actually lives traditionally. That's the bigger truth a lot of foreign men need to hear. The Philippines is not one kind of woman, it is a whole spectrum. City girls are not all cold and career obsessed. Province girls are not all soft and traditional. Every woman is still an individual. But culture, environment, and upbringing absolutely shape what kind of relationship she is more likely to want, and how she is more likely to express love. So, no, the answer is not city or province. The answer is compatibility. If you want a woman who can match a faster, more modern, more independent kind of life, the city may be the better place to start. If you want a woman who leans more toward home, family, and traditional relationship energy, the province may feel more natural. But in both cases, the same rule still applies. Stop chasing categories and start paying attention to character. Because a woman is not a better choice just because she came from a zip code that fits your fantasy. She's the right choice only if the life she wants and the life you want can actually fit together once the romance becomes real.